Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I believe you guys are staying safe. Alright guys, so in case you're new to my channel, my name is Blessing. My husband and I were agents here in North Cyprus. So if you want to study in North Cyprus, this is the channel for you. And also remember, we are agents here in North Cyprus. In case you're new, please click the subscribe button, turn off the notification bell, so whenever I just upload, you get the alert straight up. So do that please. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the transport system in North Cyprus. So I have a list of, I categorized them about 4 categories of the transport system in North Cyprus. I have some question about that, so I can as well just go into it. So number 1, I recognize very well the majority of people watching my channel are students or prospective students, people that want to come and study in North Cyprus. So that's why I'm starting up with this. So number 1 transport system in North Cyprus is the school bus, or you call it school transportation. So this is how it works. Let me just give you a breakdown on how North Cyprus is. Like, the vast majority of students, they live off camp. It's just a minute, like insignificant, a little minute that stays in the school dorm and everything. So this is why the school system in North Cyprus, majority of all the schools, they have this big van bus that transports their school students to from house to school and back home. So this is how it works. So for example, now wherever you're living as a student, you're living off camp, wherever you're living, there is a bus station. There's a bus terminal, a bus station close to your house, which you can either drive through. Oh, if you're driving, that means you don't even need a car. You don't need a transport, which you can actually trek through. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It depends on the situation, but there's always a bus station that is closer to your house that you can wait there and enter the school bus that will take you to the school. And also when you're done with your lectures, you can also come back as well. So this is how it works. So again, I will say that you might be wondering, do we pay for the transport and everything? The thing here is that all school bus is literally free. All school bus are free. So you don't need to think about transportation in terms of the monetary factor. Everything, the school bus is free. And an amazing thing in North Cyprus is that, like, the different schools that provide their bus and everything, they don't check, like, oh, let me see if you're a student of CIU, so let me see if you're a student of Near East University. They don't check that thing. So far you're a student, you look like a student, you just enter, just that you know where you're going to. Okay, so this is how good it is. So a different school person can enter a different bus. Maybe, let me say for example, now I'm just digressing, now maybe you are going to a different location. You're not necessarily going to school, so you just want to enter the school bus to stop at another junction. You can just enter and nobody will ask you any question. You can drop wherever you want to drop. So but my point is that there is free school bus, free. You don't pay any money, free for every student in North Cyprus. So you can enter the school bus, and from your house to school, from school to your house. That is it. So let's go to point number 2. So point number 2 is renting a car in North Cyprus. I had a question about this, so that's why I'm addressing it here. So yeah, so renting a car in North Cyprus is relatively easy, but as the day goes by, it becomes a little bit complicated. So I will just say how it is. When we came here initially, if you have your driving license from back home, from your home country, you just come here and you convert it. They don't collect money, nothing. You just change it and you get their own driving license and you can drive. So what you do is that, let me say you're going to the rentals now, you want to go and rent the car. You just go there, they'll tell you, okay, for a day is 100 TL. Then if you want to pay for 3 days, if you want to pay for 1 week, you just times it and you pay. Okay, though some people used to give discount if you're using like 1 month or something, they can give discount. But normally, let me just say for example, normal renting of car is 100 TL. So if you times it times 3, If you're using it for 3 days, or if you're just using it for one day, just pay 100 TL and you collect the car and you just drive and all those stuff. So but presently, now currently, today is the 20th of April 2020. So as of this day, how it works, okay, let me not say as of this day because it's post, this one is during quarantine, so I don't know how it will be after the quarantine, but before the quarantine and everything, I hope you understand what I'm saying. This is how it works now in North Cyprus. Before you can get a rented car, you must have the Cyprus license. So your driving license, you must have the Cyprus license. So for example, now you're driving in your home country and everything, and you come here, you have to, and this is, let me break it down. Okay, so for you to have a driving license, this is what it entails. You have to go to a driving school here in North Cyprus. It doesn't matter if you knew how to drive from your home country. You have to go to the driving school in North Cyprus. Anyone, you go there, you register, and the amount of what I know, the one we paid, it was 2,800 TL. But I heard recently, before the quarantine, that they've increased it to 3,200. So, but let me just say the one we paid, though we paid it last year. But this year, 2020, they said it's 3,200. Somebody that went for one of my company person that went to go and learn how to drive said so. So, however, now, so just put in mind 2,800 or 3,200 TL. So, what you do, you go to a driving school, you register, you pay. You can pay installment or you can pay it twice. So you pay, then you start learning as if you don't know how to drive. So they will teach you everything again. And also, it just depends on the place you register. Because me, I will not even advise anybody that registered in the company that my husband did his training, because those people are so lazy. They can just be posting you what, as in, instead of you to have the duration for 1 month, you can do it for about 3 months. So it's just good for you to know a good place. You hear the information from school, people that have done it, where it's faster for you to get the driving license. But the thing here is that you must pay that money and go through the practice and everything, then write the exam and pass. So when you pass now, it takes duration of about, let's just say, 1 month for you to get all your paper stuff ready. But once you pass, I know that they will give you something that you can be using to drive even without getting the driving license. But you just need the driving license, but it takes about 1 month or so you get that stuff. So that is when you can now go to the rentals and rent a car and drive. So this is what it implies. The actual money to rent a car is not expensive. The only thing is that you have to have that your Cyprus driving license. I hope you get that. All right, so the next one we'll be talking about the taxi. So in every country there is always a taxi drivers. So there's a taxi system here, which you can also use as a form of transportation. So like a very short distance, the normal, like I would like a very close distance, they have a range anyways, but a short distance that you just want to just drive, 5 minutes drive, 10 minutes drive, they collect 30 TL. So then it increases depending on the location where you're going to. So but just within your vicinity, you just pay like 30 TL and that's just it. So we have taxi system. In case you want to go on your own personal stuff, you can use the taxi. So yeah, this is how the taxi system operates. And all right, moving over to the last one. The last one is a commercial bus. And it was because of you guys last year I entered the commercial bus to show you guys how it is. I'm going to put the video of the commercial bus down in the description box. So below this, I'm going to put the link so that you can watch it and see how the bus look like. It's just like a very regular bus, normal bus, staff bus and all those things. Yeah, so this is how it is. So right now I don't enter commercial bus that much, but I know that the transportation fare is about is it 3.50? Oh yeah, 4TL. So it's now 4TL. I remember my own, when I came to Cyprus, it was about, is it 2 TL? That's how they started increasing. So it's very minute. So like if you want to go to like city center to buy food stuff and everything, and you're living within the vicinity of Lefkosia, you can just enter the commercial bus for 4 TL and you go and come back. That is going to be 8 TL. So that is how it is actually really cheap. So commercial bus can take you to like specific areas, not really like what a taxi can do, but it will just take you to where you can now stroll down to buy whatever as in to go to wherever you want to go. But the good thing is that there's transport and commercial buses. However, the commercial buses is kind of crazy because sometimes there is routes that they're needed to pass, but they don't pass those routes, so it's a kind of challenging. So overall there's a commercial bus system, but it's not that vibrant because the truth is, if you want to enjoy your stay completely, and you have the money, okay, you have the money and you have the resources and everything, I think to get maybe not necessarily a new car, because one thing that I've not thought about it. Okay, let me just talk about buying a car in North Cyprus. Buying a car in North Cyprus is so expensive. It's super expensive. I don't know if I can ask my husband the price range. A car that you can get in America for $2,000, $3,000, like a fairly used car that you can get for $2,000, and a very good car. Yeah, you can't even buy a manual for that price. It's freaking expensive. Cars here are so expensive. I know Nissan Juke. So that somebody said he bought it. Is it £8,000? Nissan Juke £13,000. Just a small car. You're paying something like 12,000, 10,000, 15,000. Cars are so expensive in North Cyprus. It's so expensive, to be real. But however, there are other sites that you can buy a fairly used car. It's not like it's cheap, but at least it's more considerable than buying a new car. But it all depends on what you want. So there's what I'm trying to say is that, okay, there is car, you can buy new car in North Cyprus, but you have to have the money, which if you check it, it's too expensive compared to where you're coming from or compared to other countries. That is how that's just the way it is. But you can also get a fairly used car that will be like, okay, the fairly used car now, the price will be like you buying a new car in America or Canada or something. So, but however, it's still affordable. So if you have like anything from $1,000, that's like 6,000 TL in North Cyprus, you can get a car, a fairly used car. Okay, so this is how the whole shenanigans is. Alright guys, so in recapping everything, like I always do, the thing here is transport system in North Cyprus varies from one person to another, and it varies on your preference on what you want or what is obtainable at that point. So for students, which is the most important because of this my channel and everything, I know that you guys are students and everything, the thing here is that is a good news because you don't pay for transportation as far as you're going from your house to your school, and from school back home there is free bus. So you don't think about that, which is a huge as in it's a good thing. Then also again, you can actually rent a car, but that means you have to go through all those process of getting your license and everything. Or also again, you can just normal, the most easy one I think in this factor now, the most easy and convenient one is to get a taxi. It's very easy for you to get a taxi. Like for example, you just stand at your bus station and you see a taxi guy, and definitely the taxi guy will always give you his number in case you want to use the service another time. So it's very easy, or you can ask your neighbors. His taxi number is just everywhere. You can get that one, and it's very easy because it will take you to where you want to go. And for example, now if you're going to the local market to buy stuff, of course you don't want to be carrying all those things, because if you enter like a commercial bus, it will stop you at a bus station, so you have to trek into your street and everything. which is not always that cool. But if you use taxi, if you have the money, you use taxi to just stop you at the front of your house and you just go in. And some of them are so kind, say they can even help you to take your things to your door actually. So it all depends on your budget. All right, so for the other one is the other one is a commercial bus or commercial transportation, where you can just pay a very minute amount, 40L, and it will take you to different strategic position where you can locate your place to wherever you're going to. So I hope this video has helped you guys and answered one or two questions so that you know and you get yourself prepared. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and also please, I want to hear from you guys. What are the things that you want to know? Give me those sensitive topics that you want to know. Write them on the comment section below so I can address it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. Bye.